The sound cracked through the ballroom like a gunshot. For a heartbeat, everything froze, the chatter, the music, even the clinking of glasses. My cheek burned, and all 200 faces turned toward us, their curiosity sharp as glass. She stood before me, Lena, her hand still raised, trembling. Mascara streaked down her face like war paint. "How dare you?" she hissed, voice raw, breaking. I didn't answer. Couldn't. My mouth tasted like iron. The string quartet faltered mid-note, silence blooming wide and merciless. That was the moment I stopped recognizing my wife. The night had begun in gold and laughter. Our 10th anniversary party, her idea. She'd spent months planning every detail. White roses, champagne pyramids, a slideshow of our perfect life projected against the wall of the old hotel ballroom. Everyone we knew was there, friends, family, colleagues. I'd watched her glide through the crowd in her silver dress, dazzling, magnetic. I'd thought she was happy, but then I saw it. Text. An accident. Her phone buzzing on the table as she twirled on the dance floor with our friend David. A preview flashing up before I could look away. "Can't stop thinking about last night. You're dangerous. Red heart." And his reply, seconds later, lighting up her screen. "You make me reckless." Hit like cold water. My lungs refused to work. I told myself no, it can't be what it looks like. They'd always been close, hadn't they? He was her old college friend, the one who understood her humor, who helped her with the charity accounts, who called her Lenny, a nickname I wasn't allowed to use. But then she came back to the table, flushed, eyes bright, and I noticed the lipstick smudged slightly out of place. The way his fingers brushed her back when he passed by. The way they didn't meet my eyes at the same time. Little things. Little knives. After the slap, the guests scattered like startled birds. Someone turned off the music. Lena fled the room, tears streaking her foundation. David followed, muttering something about a misunderstanding. I stood there, my cheeks stinging, holding the glass I'd raised moments ago for a toast that never came. The whispers started almost immediately. "Did you see? I heard she. Wasn't that her colleague?" Their words blurred together, a buzzing in my skull. My brother put a hand on my shoulder, murmured, "Let it go, man. Not here." But his eyes said we all saw it. I left quietly. Upstairs the suite was cold and too bright. The smell of her perfume, bergamot and honey, hung in the air, dizzying. Our wedding photo stared from the dresser, a cruel artifact. Packed slowly. Not in anger but in numb precision. Shirt. Jacket. My movements were deliberate, ritualistic. I didn't know where I was going, only that I couldn't sleep in that bed again. As I zipped the suitcase, the door burst open. Lena stumbled in, mascara smudged, eyes red. "Daniel, wait, please." Her voice cracked, fragile. She looked like a woman drowning. "I can explain." I didn't look up. "Can you?" "It wasn't what you think," she rushed on. "It was stupid. Emotional. He was just someone to talk to. You've been distant and I let out a breath that was half a laugh. You slapped me, Lena. In front of everyone. I panicked. You confronted me. I didn't say a word." Her mouth opened, then closed. The silence between us grew unbearable, thick with everything unsaid over the past year. Missed dinners, hollow smiles, the way she always faced the other side of the bed. Finally she whispered, "I didn't sleep with him." Turned. "But you wanted to." Her tears came harder. "I don't know. Maybe. He made me feel seen." That word hit harder than the slap. We stood in the wreckage of what used to be love. I wanted to hate her. I really did. But in that moment, I saw her not as a betrayer, but as a mirror. Because I had been drifting too. Buried in work, afraid of how ordinary we'd become. Maybe we'd both been unfaithful in different ways. Still, the image of her dancing with him, laughing like a secret he owned, it carved something out of me that would never grow back. "I'm sorry," she said, reaching for me. I stepped back. "No, you're not. You're scared." Her hand froze midair. Picked up my suitcase. "Where will you go?" she whispered. I don't know. Pause. Maybe that's the point. At 2 a.m. I walked out of the hotel. The night air was cold, metallic. The city lights blurred through the tears I didn't want to admit were there. Behind me, through the tall windows, I could still see the faint glow of the ballroom, the roses wilting, the champagne spilled, the ghosts of laughter hanging in the air. I thought about the text. About how love can rot quietly from the inside before collapsing all at once. Then my phone buzzed. Unknown number. You don't know what she's told you, but she's lying to both of us. I stopped walking. The message shimmered on the screen, unreal, electric. Another heartbeat passed before a second text arrived. Check the hotel security footage. Room 417. Yesterday night. My fingers went cold. Room 417. The room she'd told me was reserved for the event planner. The street light flickered. Somewhere behind the hotel, a siren wailed, distant and indifferent. I stared at the glowing screen until the words blurred. Then, without another thought, I turned around and started walking back.